From Kyrie's 25-foot three-pointer to Kawhi Leonard's incredible game winner for the Toronto Raptors, here's some of the most unbelievable buzzer beaters in NBA history. And boy, let me tell you about Damian Lillard's legendary shot in the 2014 playoffs. It was Game 6 of the first round. The Portland Trail Blazers were in a tight spot. They were trailing the Houston Rockets by 2 points with less than a second left on the clock. To make matters worse, they were on the brink of elimination. With less than a second left on the clock, Nicolas Batum passes the ball to Leonard, who sprints toward the basket like a cheetah on the hunt. He's weaving and dodging, thanks to a double team from Mo Williams and Wesley Matthews. And then, bam! Lillard launches a three-pointer over the towering Chandler Parsons and sinks it like a boss. It's a game-winning shot that will go down in history. Sure, it was his only field goal of the fourth quarter, but who cares? He finished with a solid 25 points, including 6 out of 10 three-pointers. Lillard helped the Portland Trail Blazers flip the game at the last minute. And like him, the Miami Heat's Ray Allen also knows a thing or two about flipping the game. On June 18th in the 2013 NBA Finals, Ray Allen managed to knock down a clutch three against the San Antonio Spurs. With just few seconds left in Game 6, the Heat were down by 3 points, and the pressure was on. That's when Ray Allen stepped up and unleashed one of the greatest clutch shots in NBA history. LeBron James made his way to the basket, attracting the defense and dishing it out to Chris Bosh. Bosh caught it, eyed up the court, and saw Allen open on the three-point line. With the weight of the entire Miami Heat franchise on his shoulders, he launched the ball toward the basket, and with less than 5 seconds left on the clock, the ball dropped through the net. It was a corner three that tied the game up at 95-95. But wait, there's more. The Heat managed to force overtime after a tense defensive stop, and then proceeded to dominate the Spurs with an 8-5 score in OT. Talk about a comeback for the ages. This victory staved off elimination and set up a winner-take-all Game 7 that had fans on the edge of their seats. Despite coming off the bench, he played a crucial role in the team's victory, logging over 40 minutes of playing time, the only Heat reserve to do so. And let's not forget about his impressive 9 points that helped propel the team to victory. Ray Allen knew his team was depending on him, and boy did he come through, just like Kyrie Irving came through to work some magic for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was crunch time in the 2016 NBA Finals. With just over a minute left on the clock, the Cavs decided to call a timeout to set up a play. They passed the ball to Irving, who used some fancy footwork to get past his defender, Steph Curry. But Curry wasn't giving up without a fight. He managed to stay on Irving's tail, forcing him to dance around with the ball before making an epic step-back move and launching a 25-foot three-pointer. The ball flew through the air and hit the net. It was a shot that would go down in NBA history as one of the greatest moments of all time, and it helped secure the Cavs' first ever championship. Kyrie Irving had just proven himself as one of the greatest clutch performers in the game. It was a nail-biting game, and both teams struggled to find the basket. The players had combined for a dozen consecutive misses, and the scoreboard hadn't budged since the 4:39 mark. Just when it seemed like the game was going into overtime, Kyrie Irving made a dazzling move beyond the arc and nailed a three-pointer, using the very weapon that the Warriors were known for. It was a wild finish to an epic game. Oh, and speaking of a wild finish, Paul Pierce's 21-foot jumper definitely counts for one. Picture this. It's Game 3 of the 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals between two powerhouses, the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Boston Celtics are on the road, and they need a clutch shot to seal the deal. Who do they turn to? None other than Paul Pierce, aka The Truth. The game is tied, and time is running out. Paul Pierce, the Celtics captain, is feeling the pressure, but he knows he has to make a play. Without hesitation, Pierce drives toward the basket, and the Cavaliers' LeBron James jumps to defend him. But Pierce is too quick, too skilled, and too determined. He rises for a shot and delivers a sweet 21-foot jumper at the buzzer. Cue the crowd going wild, and the Celtics taking home a thrilling 198 victory in Game 3 of the playoffs. Boston was was crushing Cleveland in the best-of-7 series with a 3-0 lead. With that buzzer beater, the Celtics took a 2-1 series lead, and the momentum had swung in their favor. It was the kind of game that would have you gripping the edge of your seat. And if you're looking for more of that, look no further than Kawhi Leonard's buzzer beater in Game 7 between the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers. The stakes were high, as it was Game 7. The game was tied at 90 all, and with just seconds left on the clock, Leonard received the ball. With his team's season on the line, Leonard caught the ball, took a dribble to the corner, and put up a shot. The ball bounced off the rim once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then finally dropped through the hoop, giving the Toronto Raptors a stunning 92-90 win over the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Setting off a wild celebration in Toronto, Leonard's game-winning buzzer beater was the first time a Game 7 had been won that way. But it wasn't just the shot itself that made it so special. It's what happened next. The Raptors went on to win the NBA championship, with Leonard being named Finals MVP. Speaking of MVPs, Kevin Durant was an absolute beast on the court in the 2019 playoffs. It was a high-stakes game during Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Houston Rockets. With the game tied at 118 and just seconds left on the clock, Durant dribbled the ball up the court and pulled up for a three-pointer over the Rockets defender, PJ Tucker. The ball went through the hoop as the buzzer sounded, giving the Warriors a 121-118 victory and a 3-2 series lead. The shot was so far beyond the arc that it could have been mistaken for a Hail Mary in football. Durant's buzzer beater was a remarkable feat, considering the difficult shot he had to take with Tucker's hand in his face. The shot solidified Durant's status as one of the league's top players. And when it comes to top players, how can we forget about LeBron James? The Cleveland Cavaliers were locked in a heated battle with the Indiana Pacers in the first round of the 2018 playoffs. The Cavs had a decent 50-32 record at the end of the regular season and grabbed the 4th seat in the Eastern Conference. But with the playoffs looming, the pressure was on LeBron James to deliver the goods once again. Would he be able to handle the heat and lead his team to victory? In the first round of the playoffs, the Cavs went head-to-head with the Indiana Pacers. And boy, was it a nail-biter! With Victor Oladipo's impressive surges and Lance Stevenson constantly getting under LeBron's skin, the Pacers made the Cavs work hard for their victory. It was like watching a heavyweight fight, with both teams trading blows until the very end. LeBron James was on an absolute rampage throughout the series, leaving the Pacers with no answer to his 34.4 points, 10 rebounds, and 7.7 assists per game. It was like he was playing a different sport altogether. The series between Cleveland and Indiana went the full 7 games, but LeBron James proved to be the ultimate game changer. He put on a show-stopping performance, complete with a nail-biting buzzer beater in Game 5. Well, folks, those are some of the most unbelievable buzzer beaters in NBA history.